Allegiant Stadium. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
The word is potential, potential, potential. Think about this. He was in high school, one of the top prospects going to college, coming out of college, mentioned as a generational type quarterback. He looks the part. Tall, big arm, surveys the field, and can take off and run when under duress.
Now ETN to start the drive. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on the first down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. On the counter, ETN. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Lawrence will throw. Screenplay, here's ETN. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 36. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Jaguars. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 36. Play action. It's Lawrence. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game. This crew just announced, they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Lawrence going to throw again. And Jones has it over the middle. And they'll work this down inside the 30. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. They'll run with Etienne. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Let's focus in on what we got to do here. Let's rock and roll.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and I think those numbers are going to increase.
On 2nd and 10, Lawrence. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Back to the ground with Etienne. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. 9 yards that time. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. From the shotgun, Lawrence. This is caught. They stopped short. Down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get it all the way home. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. Toss left side for Etienne. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down moment. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up a shot.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Zay Jones from 4 yards out. And the Jaguars are on the board first here in Vegas. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter. And they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. So now it's the Raiders' turn to go on offense for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" cornerback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Throwing to start the drive. O'Connell. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up second down. Looking to throw. O'Connell. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas. The home-standing Raiders with a football here, as they've got it with a third down coming up. Operating from the gun. O'Connell. Eluding the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
But you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan? Introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They set a load a big way there with a loss of double-digit yards on that sack.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 45-yard line.
They'll come up now on second and a yard. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And this is incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. The Jaguars on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
On first down, right back to ETN. 43 yards on the ground for him so far.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
The last run got 6, now second and 4. Another tote for Etienne. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving the running back a crease to run through. It has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a third down.
Third and 2, now Lawrence. And he fires one, but incomplete. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's fourth.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
Giving to the big tight end on fourth. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Remember, that was fourth and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and fourth and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Now Lawrence. Open man is Kirk, complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
A gain of 15. First down, Jacksonville.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. John Jenkins in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. After the sack on 1st down, Lawrence will try and set up the screen to Etienne. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Oh, partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. From the right hash, that's a 31-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays, and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, O'Connell. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A good pickup there of 22. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Back to throw again. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far and brings up 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
All right, go get him now.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. They'll try and run with a fullback, Johnson. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The fullback dive held up short. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
They'll start on the ground, ETN, and he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And got his man, complete. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. And even 60 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. He'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Four yards to go on second down from the 7. Here's Lawrence to throw. And one more time, here's Kirk. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. Give him 4 yards there, and that should be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0 as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, a look at the next-gen stats for Jacksonville in that first half. And their offense has been in top form so far, especially their passing game, as it's helped push them out to this big halftime lead. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Off play action. O'Connell. And that is incomplete.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminate it.
On third down, O'Connell. Flush to his right. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Jaguars' 30-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun. O'Connell. Open man. That's Renfro. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders have cut it back within a score. So it took them a little while, Charles, but now they have their first points of the game, and they come here in this 3rd quarter.
And more often than not, Brandon, when that happens, you find yourself down 21, 28 points and not really with a lot of hope. But with that touchdown, they're right back in this game.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. As the Raider kickoff unit now, as they will send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
And the safety, Trayvon Merrick, up to make the play defensively. But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Lawrence. And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Below Nichols. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll get this out to the flat for ETN. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Here's Logan Cook now, standing just outside his own goal line. On the return, Carter. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run right here with Jacobs. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw. O'Connell. Open man right side, Myers. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 19. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's got Renfro in the end zone. Touchdown Raiders. From 19 yards away. And the Raiders have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front. Well, Charles, I think you and I both agree these guys were outplayed in that 1st half, and the scoreboard reflected that, but they've come out since halftime. They've looked like a different team.
And it makes you wonder what was said and done in that locker room, because they've made some nice adjustments and they're executing better. I think they got some fiery guys on that sideline that had a few things to say at the half, and now they've come out with a vengeance.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. So that drive of 4 plays. And it was Hunter Renfro who capped things off with a touchdown reception. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he returns this to the 22. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They're looking to turn things around here. They've been shut down in this 3rd quarter. That was after a good 1st half offensively.
And you wonder where it all goes, and it feels like it goes away fast because it takes some time to build up good momentum.
great play calling, excellent execution, and then in like blink of an eye, you're losing the game. How do you get back there again? I'm sure they've talked about it, and they've got a plan. Now can they put it into practice?
The lead gone, now the search to find it again.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball, how much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He'll get this off to Etienne. Only able to gain a couple there. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Lawrence. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he is going to have a Jags first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Well, you can absolutely feel the thought process there. They just gave up the touchdown. So in the huddle, they're telling each other, you don't want to give it back now on a 3 and out. Nice job of making sure that they wouldn't, and they pick up the first down.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Etienne up the middle. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 63 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Lawrence giving to Etienne here on the option. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
I used to joke with my teammates who carried the ball a lot. When we got in these situations and they were carrying us home, I used to tell them, boy, you guys just look like Paul Bunyan, just growing stronger, bigger, tougher, and all night long he's carried this team.
He has indeed. Everything magnified right now, a huge 3rd down conversion. Now they'll throw it with Lawrence. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Well, when you get an elite running back like he is, sometimes you've got to employ the by any means necessary method to get him down.
Yeah, sometimes you're relieved even if a flag comes out. But if you just get the hand up and you get it on the mask, you can kind of get away with that. But as soon as you curl it around the finger or the hand, that's pretty easy for everyone to see, and they'll call that one every time.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Robert Spillane, the linebacker, there on the tackle.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Back to throw, Lawrence. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's brought down. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram there to make the grab. And the Jaguars answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
Extra point from McManus is good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So now London down 17-14. At time, a huge factor. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. They'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Jacoby Myers, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the 1st down. That's what's vital to them.
He's back to throw. Buying time, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down.
Defense.
So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on 3rd down and move it closer. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 14 yards is the pickup there in a Raider first. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to tie things up in the final minute. And this one is right through. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
(17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Draw play, Etienne. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Throwing now, Lawrence. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So the Raiders are going to get the football first here in the overtime session as we are back underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Raiders offense ready to go. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for it.
Oh, and it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
So it's the Jaguars who come away with a win, and they got a solid outing here from their quarterback, Charles, and that's, of course, Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, he really had his A game tonight. He threw a couple of touchdown passes, and he was instrumental in earning this victory.